Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Frazelma Lynn. I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, to inspire, and to educate businesses about business. Our first speaker is Arbor Cooper. Arbor Cooper left her successful career as an engineer in 1996 to pursue entrepreneurship. After designing hundreds of websites, working for a digital marketing agency, and being a SCORE mentor, she gained the knowledge and skills to excel in digital marketing. Arbor is a multi talented entrepreneur with a wide range of skills, including web design, technology training, speaking, and acting. Arbor has helped numerous entrepreneurs successfully launch and expand their businesses. Her unique skill is simplifying complex marketing concepts, making resources accessible and easy to understand. Arbor is passionate about empowering entrepreneurs by educating them on the importance of seeking guidance from seasoned professionals to save valuable time and resources. Please help me welcome to the stage Arbor Cooper.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome to the stage, digital technologist. I love the title.
Thank
Well, we
you.
are looking so forward to learn so much from you. I have my pen and paper ready to take notes. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. So here I am again, which just honors my soul because that means that I must be doing something right if Dr. Eric Kelly uh, brings me back again. So, what I want to do is today I'm going to talk about how to brand yourself using social media. And whenever I do any type of training, I usually like to reflect upon what I'm doing because I personally don't like to attend training and the person is either talking about some kind of theory or strategies that don't apply to me. And what I mean by me is I am a solo entrepreneur. I work at home. I don't have a staff. I don't want to have a staff. I don't want to have employees. So if you're a person like me, then you'll be able to gain some value from what I'm going to talk about today. And I want to also give a little bit background that when my bio is read, many times people are like, oh, wow, she's done all these things. But I also want to tell you about what has gotten me to this point. And it is the fact that, yes, I worked for my background is engineering. I worked for HP. And when I was working for HP, I was helping a friend with her marketing. And from that, I just started finding other people. She was referring me, and other people wanted my marketing help. And so I ended up leaving my full-time great job at HP thinking that, oh, wow, I want to be an entrepreneur. And so I started my business helping others with their marketing, and I was successful for a while. But I didn't separate my my personal finances from business finances. I didn't seek the help that I should have sought in building my business. And after a while, it was 6 years, after 6 years, when the great recession hit in 2008, my house was foreclosed, car repossessed, and I lost my marriage. I always tell that because I want you to know that I'm here to help solo entrepreneurs, that they don't have to lose everything trying to build their dream. And if you want more of that story, then I did write a book called Not Arbitrary. It is available on Amazon. So let's get to what I'm going to talk about today. Now, first of all, branding, my definition of branding, if you're a solo entrepreneur, really means yourself, okay? Because a lot of times you get these strategists and branding agencies, and they want to tell you that you have to pay all this money to get a logo and your color scheme and all of that. And I'm not saying that you don't, but there's a time when you do that, when you invest in that. That is after you've really have built your business after a certain amount of time and you're pretty solid on it. My personal experience, I've been in business since the 90s, and I don't even want to tell you how many logos I've gone through, how many color schemes. So now when people ask me my color scheme, I'm like, look at my background, every color on here, because I'm not going to limit myself to any particular color. Again, that's just me. And then I've gone through all these different business names where I thought I wanted to be the Website Depot. And then I have like another group, the Vision Doers. And I had another one, DIY Marketing. And all of those things are great if people know who you are. But if they don't know who you are, what's most important is branding yourself. So I have learned to brand me, Arba. So therefore, any business that I decide to do, as long as they know Arba is backing it, and that's who they're building their trust with. Because as you know, business is about who you know, like, and trust. So if you're trying to brand your business name, then unless you've got the kind of money that McDonald's and Walmart and all of these big Fortune 500 companies have, then nobody's going to know that business name. So instead, I believe, brand yourself. So everything I do has Arba something, okay? So that's my first lesson. So with that said, when you get on social media, if you're creating these business pages, let me first tell you why business pages were created on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. Those were meant for the Fortune 500 companies. Those were meant for the companies that wanted to be on social media, but they couldn't use a personal profile. Just think about it. When social media first came out, it was personal pages. That's all that existed. And so then people were talking about what they ate last night or does this look good on me or whichever. It was personal. Social media is meant to be social. So then the actual businesses, corporations, they wanted to be able to capitalize on all of this activity that was going on social media. So that's why social media created the business pages, so that the corporations could interact with the people that were on social media. So now what's happened is solo entrepreneurs, they are taking the face of corporations, and they're trying to hide behind their business name. And so they're putting, for their profile picture, they're putting their logo there, and they're putting their business name. And so then now you're not feeling like you're socializing with a person. You feel like you're socializing with a page, with a corporation. And that's many times why you're not able to be successful on social media, because you're not presenting yourself as a person. So I have business pages, but I do all of my activity on my personal pages. And here's the other thing. Pick the social media platforms that your clients are on. There are so many platforms between Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Alignable. There's all of these platforms. As a solo entrepreneur that doesn't have a marketing department, I can't be on all of those platforms. I don't have enough time or enough to talk about to be on them. So what I did is I chose the platforms that my target audience is on. And those are the ones that I put my personal profile, my picture, put a picture of myself on those profiles. And then the other ones, I use my a business page, because all I'm doing is just copying the stuff that I'm putting on my personal profile. Okay. So that's the first step. So you want to be personal on your social media profiles. And we talked about finding your target audience. Find the target audience and be on those platforms that they're on. Okay. Once you've decided that, you found that, now find groups that your target market is in. So for instance, again, I can only talk about myself, so I don't like to give examples of businesses I don't understand. Me as a web designer and digital marketing, then I'm looking for groups that solo entrepreneurs are on, and particularly baby boomers. That's really, when you niche down to who my target market is, it's baby boomers. Why have I chose baby boomers? Because I feel that many baby boomers that were in corporate America, and then they're coming out, and technology has just made leaps over them. And if you haven't been in technology like I have, then they're coming out and they are a bit intimidated and overwhelmed by technology. But the thing is technology is here. And if you're going to do business, you have to understand technology. But let me step back a little bit on when I got started in marketing and how technology has just, like, I don't know what kind of spurt it's been on. But when I started in marketing in the 90s, technology was basically the websites. Having a website was pretty much just ramping up. The .com. I started when the whole .com. And that was when people felt that they could just put up a website. This was a dream. Put up a website, have a business that you could be in your slippers. You wake up in the morning and you've got thousands of dollars of money. Okay. And then also, this was the time where email blasts were going out. People were emailing you, try this product. try this lotion potion or whatever. And people were trying it because everybody wanted the quick fix. I want to lose weight tomorrow. I want to be rich tomorrow. I want to, whatever it was. And there was an ad coming out for everything. You would go on the internet and there was an ad, click this ad, do this, do that. So there was a increase of that back between the 90s and 2000s and whichever, and people were making a lot of money. But then what's happening today, everybody's overwhelmed. How many emails are you getting on a daily basis? How many sites have you subscribed to? And there's just like all of these social posts. You can't keep up with it. How many YouTube videos are you watching? There's just, everybody's inundated with technology. But back in the 90s, that's when we used to face, we would talk to people. We would be able to actually have business on a personal level. So what you have to do now is to marry the two. You have to still have personality. Business is really done person to person. It's on a personal level. All of this technology today is just meant to help you get in front of the right people that you want to do business with. It's not meant to make it that you can just sit back and let it do the work. No, you can sit back and let it do the work, but all you're going to do is be one of a million other people that's trying to get the attention of an oversaturated consumer. So here's what you do. Here's how you use technology is you find the groups that the people that you want to engage with are on. And then you post in those groups. Now, when I say post, I'm not saying put something about what you ate last night or you know, put pictures of yourself in all these different compromising positions. No, you post educational information about what you do. You want people to see yourself as the expert. So I post, I have a post that's called Tech Term Tuesday. So every Tuesday, I'm putting on my social media one term. Keep it simple. One thing I'm going to talk about. Like the last one I did talked about the difference between email marketing and email nurturing. So I'm giving people a little snippet of what I do, what I train. So that's the first thing. Post something meaningful that lets people know about your business. Do not post, buy my service, book with me, buy my product, You don't want your post, you don't always want to be selling. Your goal, your objective in social media is to give knowledge and brand yourself as the expert. Okay, that's number one. Second is you want to comment on other people's posts, people that you do want to connect with. And I say comment, not like. Don't do the lazy like or the heart. What is that telling somebody? That's telling them that you're just being lazy, really. You're just saying you just want to like their post, like. No, that's not, again, you're not connecting. So what you need to do is engage by commenting. Find a post that you make a comment on, and again, showing your expertise. There are a lot of posts that people are asking a question. They may be saying, should I use which platform should I use to make my website? Let's say that's one I commented on. Someone may have asked a question, should I use WordPress Wix, Square? They ask these questions. Which is the best website platform to use? Well, I'm going to be the one to respond to that. I'm not just going to say because they asked that question. I'm going to give some knowledge and say, well, in my experience, ... And I'll tell you how that has worked for me is that when I give a meaningful comment, then that person will, funny, they'll usually like my comment. And then you know what I do is then I will then message them and I will say, thank you for liking my comment. I'd like to learn more about your business and perhaps I can help you. So that's a way that you start engaging, taking it off of the social media, but you have to engage in that conversation to start that conversation. And I've got so many examples of how I have done that. And does it take time? Yes, it takes time. If it was easy for everybody to just sit back and, I'm aging myself, but that was back with the I Dream of Jeannie, she could just bop her head and use technology and let it just do all of this. If it was that easy, then don't you know we'd all be rich? Okay. It takes time. It takes time and it also takes money. Where I'm saying that it takes money, but it takes being strategic and smart about your money. When I worked for a digital marketing agency for 12 years, where I didn't have to worry about trying to get customers because we had the sales reps that would get the customers. And then my job as a strategist was to work with the customer to help them achieve their goals. Well, here's what would often happen with me. A customer would pay thousands of dollars for the agency to get business, because that's what every business wants. Get me customers. So my job was to call the customer and meet with them and ask them more about their business. I need to understand your business so I can help you to reach the right clients. Well, you know the response I would get from them? That's what I'm paying you for, honey. I'm paying you because you're the expert. I don't have time. Just get me customers. Well, let me tell you, if we had two plumbers in the same area and neither of them is taking their time to talk to me, the strategist, and help to understand how is their plumbing business different from the other one, then you know what they got for their social media? They pretty much got the same post, just changing the name. Now, what good is that? That's not going to help them, but you got to help me to help you. And so that's why I'm saying just throwing money at a digital marketing agency or at a strategist is not the answer. You have to engage with them so that they can understand your business. The better that they understand your business, then the better that they can help you. And that means me, as well, the better that I can help you. So let me go along with the next. The next is digital business cards. Now that's a new technology where it's like having a mini website in your phone, and that helps when you go to networking meetings. And let me say again, when you go to networking meetings, you cannot do everything on your computer. The computer and Zoom and whatever platform you choose, yes, it's a great tool. It has allowed me to meet people. That's how I met Dr. Eric Kelly. You can meet people all over the world on Zoom, but don't neglect the fact that there's people right in your backyard, right in your local area that you can network with. And by having a digital business card, now you don't have to have all of these business cards and trying to pass out your cards and give them to somebody, because what do people do with all those business cards? Nothing. But with a digital business card, they scan your card, you tell them to click here, it goes right into their contacts. They have your email, your phone number, your website, and if you work with me, what I tell you to do is to put a contact form on there, and then people will want whatever information or whatever you're telling them to contact you for, and then you can get their information. So that's a great tool, a technology tool to use when you go to in-person networking. So that's the key. Let me look at my notes here again. And then you want to use what's called landing pages. Landing pages is like a one-page website. So when you're doing your marketing, and social media can be considered marketing, that if you're talking about one specific topic, and if someone wants to find out more about what you're talking about, then you can send them to one page that gives more detail about that topic. For instance, I was talking again about the difference between email marketing and email nurturing. And then my post was that if you wanted more information, go to my one page. And that one page, then if they wanted to get a download, they could enter their information and get the download. And then therefore, now they're on my email list, and they can get updated information on any of my training, because I do training, weekly training, free, if anybody wants to know about that. Free training on all these different marketing techniques. So use a landing page that just has one purpose and one call to action. Don't always send people. A website has a purpose, yes. You can have all of your products and services on your website, but you don't want to send people to your website all the time, because if you go to my website, you're going to get confused, because I'm a web designer, trainer, speaker, actress, business leader. So depending what you're going to go to my website for, you could get overwhelmed. So I send people to one page, and they could get the specific information for whatever it is that I've talked about. And then you want to make sure to use technology, sending email nurturing campaigns. So once you get someone in your email list, then nurture them. Keep letting them know about your expertise. I want to particularly say there's this one email nurturing campaign that I get, and he's in cybersecurity. And I just love to be on his emails, because every day he's teaching just one topic, one tip about cybersecurity. And his audience is solo entrepreneurs. So different things as a solo entrepreneur that I can do to protect myself. And then, of course, at the end, he always says, if you want to use his services, then he puts his information at the end. That's a great way to keep your name in front of people. And then make sure you have a good CRM. CRM is a customer resource manager. That's a way that you can then follow up with people, because the whole point of marketing is so that it's not a one-time thing. You can't just blast a bunch of social media posts, think that people are going to engage and then buy your product or buy your service. It's an ongoing process. That's why they call it a sales funnel. There's all of these stages, and you have to continually feed that funnel. And so to keep track of all of these people that you're continually putting in that funnel, you have to have a good CRM to do that. Okay. So you can do all of that. There's an affordable way to do it. I'm not trying to sell you on this call, but what I am saying is get in touch with me. I'll be happy to talk further with you, work with you. And I don't train. Let me step back. I'm not looking to try to get a bunch of business, because I'm only one person. And I am not trying to solve. I'm not trying to help the world with their marketing or problems or do it for everyone. But I am trying to empower you to be able to understand digital marketing so that you can be more effective, whether you do it yourself or you choose to hire me or anyone else. I just don't want you doing what I did back with my first marriage. I say my first marriage because thank God I've been blessed to have a new husband that understands all my whims of the entrepreneurism, but still keeps me grounded. So I'm saying that you just want to be more calculated and educated about your money, and so that you're not just paying anyone and buying any kind of tool. That's the other thing people do, is it's called shiny object syndrome, where they just want to buy every new technology that comes out there because, again, you want to be lazy. You want to be, I'm just being real. A lot of people they want a business. They say that they want to be their own boss. They want to call the shots. And you think that you can just call yourself an entrepreneur, buy some technology or pay somebody, and you're going to make all this money. Don't believe the hype. Okay? However, entrepreneurism can be a very, very beneficial way of life. But just like your job, you cannot expect for a company to give you a paycheck and you not come to work. Okay? So how do you expect to make money as an entrepreneur without doing the work? You have to do the work, but let technology help you to do it. Don't be intimidated by it. Don't be overwhelmed. Get somebody that can help you to understand it, because your option as an entrepreneur is not to just pay somebody to do it for you or try to figure it out and waste a bunch of time. But the worst option is to not do anything at all. That is not an option. And I have talked to so many people that have started a business, and I use the air quotes, and I've talked to them today, and then I catch back up with them maybe 6 months from now, a year from now. Hey, how's your business going? And it's not. They give up. They give up on it because they thought it was easier than it is. And the only way to make it easy is to come up with a system and work your system until you can get it where it's the term they say, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's where I'm at with my business now, where I do love it. I love what I do. I love the people I work with, the ones that want to work and the ones that don't want that just quick fix, and the ones that are following the teaching that I'm giving them and are implementing it are getting good results. And you can too, but you have to do the work. And let's see, was there anything else? I mean, I can go on. That's the thing I was telling Dr. Kelly, is that I'm used to doing in-person training. I love in-person because I love engaging. I love asking questions to make sure that there's clarity in what I'm saying, because there's so much information out there that is just push, fire hose, and a lot of fast talking, buy this, get this now, this will do it. You can make money overnight. You can be rich. You can be successful. Blah, blah, blah. I could do all of that. I get paid to do that. Those are those infomercials. And they only have, a certain amount of time, 30 seconds to get you to buy that. There's a whole formula to that. I'm not doing that today. What I'm doing is talking to you really from the heart and telling you of the mistakes that I've made, and that you don't have to make those mistakes, but you do have to work. If you didn't understand anything about what I've said, you have to put in the work. And getting a coach. Let me put a plug in for coaching. I'm not a coach. I'm a trainer. If there's something specifically you want to know how to do, get in touch with me. I can train you. But a coach, I have a coach. A coach can help understand where are you at right now, and what strategies can we put in place to help you get to where you want to go. I'm actually partnering with a lot of coaches now, because coaches realize that they tell their clients they help their clients come up with a strategy, and a strategy is going to include digital marketing. But that's where all of a sudden the brakes get put on, because the client knows that they need to do these things, but they're not doing it. So then when they get back with the coach, they can't move to the next level because they haven't done the foundational. So that's why I'm starting to partner with coaches. So if you're listening to this and you're a coach, give a sister a call. I can work with you. I can help, because you can give your clients a strategy, and then I can help them to implement it, to get it done. But either way, they're going to get it done. You don't have to be out there solo. That's what I did. Back in the 90s, that's what I did. Is I was trying to go solo. I was trying to figure it out. I was the DIY woman. And then I even created a business, the DIY marketing. And I realized people don't really want to do it themselves, but they do want someone to help them. So I'm more of the done with you. You don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars that you don't have. Find someone to work with that's going to work with you to help you to get it done. Okay? So that's really branding, using social media to brand yourself. The important thing to understand, brand yourself.
That was an amazing, amazing presentation. So I have a page of notes, ma'am. And I honestly appreciate, for me personally, the landing pages information, and then the keep nurturing email campaign that you talked about. That made so much sense, the way you presented it to us. So that was wonderful. Great tips, great information, life changing. So now we have to put it into place.
Work.
We have to put in the work. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. So let us know, how can people get in touch with you? I know you said call a sister. How do people get in touch with you?
Right there, my landing page, Arba DT, arbadt.com. That's the easiest way. That has every way to reach me.
Excellent. All right. So we thank you, and it was wonderful. Remember, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.